All right, so today is the day I'm be knocking stuff off. No, it's Thursday, January 8th, 2025. It's currently like 6:30 in the morning. And I'm kind of ready to lay down. I failed two prints on the 3D printer. First off, this fell off, which was actually holding on. Let's see if I can find it in here. Find one of them anyways. Holding on one of the, almost holding on one of these. So it failed, fell off. This is supposed to be a fang for this mask, so when I caught that, I stopped the print. Not a big deal. Well, sort of is, but it sucks, but whatever. It's my fault, so not terribly mad. Now this one, it's the one that was taking the longest out of both of them, and I should have thought about the way I had laid it out. It never fully finished, so it's supposed to be basically symmetrical where there's horns on both sides. As you see, there's one horn instead of the three, because the way it was laying out, and I didn't even think about it, it brought it, I don't know why the 3D printer, the slicing software allowed it to, but it basically allowed it to stop printing here because it was out of range. So I ended up having to kill that print, even though I think this still looks pretty dope. White was definitely a good choice, and honestly I think it would have made a good piece to the collection. That never happened. So it was two prints in a row that failed, and the second one that failed, I'm going to take some credit for that because, well, I changed the lines, the fill lines. I took it from, well, the standard's 0.2, it's a 0.4 nozzle, and I've been printing on 0.16. And I brought it down to a 0.14, I believe. You can barely tell that it's even a 3D print. I mean, it is so smooth that I'm surprised it failed, because it was adhering. I'm actually probably going to end up resetting it, because like the last one I did, the last two that I did, I don't know, you see that guy up there? That was printed at 0.2 or 0.16, and you can still see some of the lines and feel the lines. Where the same with this guy, which is where I printed at was 0.4, so, or 0.16. So the settings I have for this one, plus, you know, apparently with all that, it's also easier to get off some of the supports, apparently, like a lot easier. Now, with that being said, there are fill lines where the support was, but like on the main one, you can't even barely feel them. In fact, you can't tell, but there are so many minute little details that were printed out because because the layers aren't that high. Now, let me get into why I think it failed. It got 3/4 of the way done, or 50% of the way done, and well, let me just show you. Anything look weird about this? It's not white. It's not weird. It's not even sticky. And that's because when I set the print, or cleaned it the other night, so, and then didn't even think about it. I cleaned it, and I didn't even put down any adhesive. So I'm wondering if that's the issue of why that print failed. And I don't know. That's just my whole thought, is it failed because it didn't have enough sticky. I didn't add any glue. So I'm thinking, the more I think about it, because I want that print, And I'm thinking of changing it to where they all have that. It uses a little bit more filament, but it, I don't know. Where you can see the layer lines on this guy, you can't on this. So like, I doubt you can even see the detail. This is just so much more clean. So I'm thinking of switching to that. In fact, I'm gonna print that here in a minute. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was a pretty dull night. I mean, didn't do laundry again for another night in a row. I need to do laundry tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts. I was just feeling lethargic. I mean, I went to the gym twice. I'm thinking tonight I'm gonna go to the gym later because the crowd's not gonna be there, but I'm gonna have to deal with the crowd eventually. I mean, I go back to work Saturday, so meh. And I'm gonna focus primarily on my abs. That's my main goal today, or main insecurity at the moment is my abdomen. The muscle's starting to show. However, I got some areas that I want to build more so I show more definition. Because I have the oblique starting to show, but I got the pudge. So I'm hoping the fill out, it'll actually spread that out more. Because I don't really have pudge. It's more like, seems more like inflammation or some sort. I don't even think that's the right term. So yeah, that's today's dilemma: is why didn't that second print fail, which sucked because that support should not have failed. So I'm gonna try again, and this time I'm actually gonna put glue down on the bed, and then I'm gonna go to bed and record this. So that being said, I went to the gym twice yesterday, mind you. The first time I did not stay that long. The anxiety was high. I had battled for the pec deck machine 3 different times, and me being the nice guy, since I can't really say being the nice guy. I was on, first time it happened, I was on the lateral raise, working on shoulders. Second time it happened, I was on the shoulder press. And the third time it happened, which is the part that irritated me, I was just finishing up with tricep extensions, had wiped down the machine, and literally saw that it was empty. It was headed for that, and the dude hit it first, and I was like, you know what? This is pissing me off. I am not wanting to run for a machine, not combat, but I'm not willing to like continually fight for a machine. I'm gonna come back in a couple hours when it's dead. I have all night, and that's what I did. I finished my chest and back workout, because I never worked out my back first place, fully. So I got done combat, or wanting to fight for a machine, so I just went, I'm just gonna go home and come back later. I almost didn't. I mean, I don't know what is up with today, but I've just been tired. I slept all day. I mean, I think I slept from like 8:30 to 4. So I got sleep. Maybe I got too much sleep, because I sleep normally 6 hours and I'm good for the day. But yesterday was this, like, I slept and I slept and I slept, but I don't feel like I slept. So it is what it is. I don't know. But I guess that's all I got to say today. I shall catch you all tomorrow. Later. Or later. I didn't even do it right then. Later. Fuck it, whatever. GoPro, stop recording.